So today we did an installation for a 10.25-inch EVO FIT premium Android entertainment screen for a Audi A4. This is the new 10-inch touchscreen which fits straight into the old A4. This is a 2014 model car. If you can see, the new screen has sat flush beautifully into the stock location. There are no gaps whatsoever anywhere. There is like a internal frame which has been installed so that the new floating style screen can sit in front of the stock location. We do have a hazard button out here. Basically the hazard button comes in a different place on the original screen on the side, whereas here basically we've given it just behind the screen near the driver's steering, so it's handy to use. Now I'll start showing you different options of this system. The screen basically has the latest Audi user interface, so this is how all the new Audis look like. So it's got neatly laid out icons and cleanly readable and stuff. If you hit the menu out here, it just pulls up the apps which are pre-installed. That's pretty interesting. Then there are settings, there is a Bluetooth, and there are a host of different functions. If I hit on navigation out here, it'll just pull up Google Maps. Google Maps is installed by default. We could use this to navigate to different places. I could just put up a random location to just test out the maps. System has pretty fast performance. Comes with a Qualcomm Snapdragon processor with some 4 GB of RAM, 64 GB of storage, and the latest Android 11 version. Right now the maps have started. If we hit home, it continues to show in a small little widget on the side. We can continue to do whatever else we would like to do, and we could relaunch the map application right from here. If I close this now, we have something called the MMI mode. Now what this does is it pulls up the old menus. The Audi comes with a very different looking menu on the small screen originally. So if I hit MMI mode, it just goes and picks up that. It shows us the old format and the menus. These menus will not work with the touchscreen because that's not how it was configured originally by Audi. So that continues to work from here. So we use the buttons and the center MMI controller to control the options. Everything continues to work exactly the same. This is a feature which is included so that the service workshop is able to service your car effectively, because if they don't have access to any of these menus, they just can't communicate with the car effectively. One important thing to remember would be the under media, we have to choose source, and then the source should be media should be selected as external audio player. Only if you choose external aux is when you will hear the sounds from the screen, and there are the other options like the CD changer and SD card. If that's enabled, then we'll not be able to hear the sounds. It has to be through aux. So right now it's selected as aux, and I'll just touch the screen, it goes back to the new menus. The system supports lossless music format, so we could just hit the music widget. It pairs beautifully with the existing speakers. So if I just steering controls continue to work as it is. We could choose different songs to play, so we could just scroll through and see a song which we like, and we could just hit that to play. Lossless music formats, flags, waves, everything was compatible. So we could set up like favorites. Then we have our local storage also, in which there can be music, there can be Bluetooth. I'll show you all of that. This setup link basically gives us some options to make finer changes, basically how the camera displays and stuff. We did install this car with a car specific reverse camera, so if I just engage reverse, it will show a full HD view of what's behind us. I could move the car a little front and test this out. Now if we engage reverse again, you can see what's clearly immediately behind the car. It also integrates with the front and back sensors. This car also came, the new upgrade came equipped with the adaptive guidelines. So if I just turn the steering, you'll see the guidelines on screen move, and as we turn the steering the other way, the guidelines adapt very finely. Basically this is done so that we have an idea of whether the car is straight or not, whether the steering is angled correctly. Sound basically takes us to some equalizer options. There's a full-fledged equalizer out here which we could adjust to make fine changes to the sound. There's a hi-fi DSP. Then we've got the modes to choose from, like cinema mode, pro mode, music mode. There's time alignment to create a delay in each speaker, because generally what happens is we are in the corner of the cabin and none of the speakers are equidistant to the driver. So we could create a delay in certain speakers to have a more roomy sound, so all of the sounds reach our ears at the same time. We have lossless video format support, crystal clear video quality. Right now we are sitting in the bright sun and yet it's quite visible, and real good color depth. So we could skip to a different part of the video. Alright. We could also, browse for other videos to play. Like for example, I could go just hit the back here and I could choose the source, USB or local storage. I could pick up another video and continue to play, skip to a different part of the video. All of that very intuitive.
Faith in man, faith in equal justice and opportunity for all, faith in the future.
Now this is another interesting feature called the dashboard, which is basically a copy of what we see on the meter. So if I just give throttle, it revs up right here. It shows us if the door is open, whether the handbrake is engaged, all of that. We do have wireless Apple CarPlay also, and Android Auto in this system as an inbuilt feature. So we've got our iPhone handy here, so I will just power up the iPhone and we can connect wireless CarPlay, and I'll show you how that works. So what we got to do is go to the Z-Link app and basically use our iPhone to get connected to Apple CarPlay. Go to settings. This is already paired with this system, so I just select CarPlay, and this car's name will show up in the list, and we can do the connection. Alright, we just hit on Audi A4, and from waiting it will show connecting. Sometimes when you're connecting this the first time through Bluetooth, it will ask for a use CarPlay permission. Unless we don't give that permission, Apple CarPlay will not work on screen. Right now it's launched, so we've got Apple CarPlay right here. If we hit on this Audi logo, it just goes back to the new MMI menus. If I hit on Z-Link again, it just comes back to Apple CarPlay. These are the apps which are pre-installed on this particular phone. So Apple CarPlay basically lets you manage your music, your phone calls and GPS, connecting from your phone but adapted for a safe environment in the car. So we got a split screen option out here. We can play music right here. So we could just go here and alright, let's go back. We could go to recently played, pick up something, and there we go. Hey Siri, Navigate to MG Road, please.
Getting directions to NH75 Bengaluru.
So we could use voice commands to basically do simple things like set up a GPS to go somewhere, or listen to music. I could give it a voice command saying, "Hey Siri, play Spotify."
Now playing Barso on Spotify.
Alright, so we could give a simple voice command to basically engage the music. We could use the voice command to pause the music. We can stop the navigation, different things. Alright, we can do voice commands and all the good stuff using Apple CarPlay. So, pretty decent fast performance. By EVO FIT, you could hook up your Apple CarPlay like this using Z-Link app on an EVO FIT touchscreen in an Audi car. Hit the car thing. We've got Google Play Store pre-installed in this, so we could install apps of our choice, GPS applications, something that's favorite that we would like for example, some people use Waze Maps instead of Google Maps. There are a host of different functions out here. This system also supports a 3D 360 parking system which we can enable. All of that is possible. There is a digital copy of a user manual right here, which will basically just give you an idea of how to use this. Just a text manual. If you'd like to learn more about this system, get in touch with us, or you could go to evo.retrofits.in. I hope you like the system. This is the latest version we have for the A4, and you have a nice day.